Well, is this emotional pitch going to work with voters at the end of the day? Joining us on the program tonight, we have author and commentator Tavleen Singh here in the studio with us. We have from the Congress Party, its spokesperson Randeep Singh Surjewala. Also with us is Shahid Siddiqui, the editor of Nai Duniya. Let me first ask Tavleen right away. Is this something that would work in today's day and age? We know that Rajiv Gandhi got a very high mandate after his mother's assassination. Many said it was largely an emotional response, but would something like that work in this day and age?
I'm very puzzled. Has he been threatened? Is somebody trying to kill him? Rahul Gandhi, why is he suddenly bringing up the possibility of him being killed? Because, does he know more than we do? Is somebody trying to kill him? One. Two, he's making it sound as though the BJP killed his grandmother and his father, which is kind of really
he didn't say
puzzling.
That though, but there was this strange link.
Yeah,
that
he said that they make anger, they put anger into everything. He charged them with Muzaffarnagar, with the violence in Muzaffarnagar. And he also seemed to think that, what he was doing was linking the two, that the enemies of the Gandhi family killed his, his father and his grandmother. They were killed by different groups of people, one. And secondly, what is this about? Is this the Congress's election platform? Is this what they hope to get votes on? Is that two of their leaders were assassinated? It's not a constructive, plan. It doesn't sound very convincing.
So
even.
you thought what? It's more melodrama, filmy?
I thought that somebody has told him that Narendra Modi is getting huge crowds and that he speaks very forcefully. And I think because he's very naive, I think, politically, Rahul. He's never sure. 1 minute, poverty is a state of mind, and the next moment he wants a government of the poor. So, I think that politically he's a little bit naive, and he's been told by somebody to speak forcefully. And so maybe he just overdid it.
Okay, well, let me take that to Randeep Singh Surjewala. Mr. Surjewala, we've heard the first criticism there of what Rahul Gandhi had to say today. He doesn't normally speak on specific issues anywhere, or very rarely does. We don't know where he stands on many specific issues. He doesn't talk to the media, except, of course, on the infamous attack on the ordnance and the Prime Minister. Now, we've seen that he's been a little more strident in his last few rallies, and he's been using the family name, particularly in the last couple of rallies, more and more, trying to reach out, first by invoking his mother being unwell that night when the food security bill was passed today. It was about the father and the grandmother. Do you really believe that this is what is going to strike a chord with voters? Are these the issues?
Nidhi, there are two things that we must understand. Firstly, Rahul Gandhi ji bared his heart and shared his pain. But while doing so, he communicated a very important message that the common man in this country understands, that this country will only stand united, and divided in the manner that Bharatiya Janata Party and some other thought processes of the same nature are trying to do this country will not stand. He also made a very, very important point ideologically. He said this country has to progress not only alongside the poor, but when the poor, the industrialists and the youth all work together for a united India, an India free from communalism, an India where people work together in a spirit of cohabitation, and an India where anger replaces progress and development. I know with due regards to Ms. Tavleen Singh's, her view on Gandhi family are well known for years, and she is entitled to her opinion. But Mr. Rahul Gandhi also spoke about road development, road infrastructure. He also spoke about Delhi-Mumbai Industrial Corridor project and how it will bring industrial peace and progress in Churu, Rajasthan. He also spoke about as to how Mahatma Gandhi Narega, the food security bill and right to education will turn around the life of the common man and the poor. So, Mr. Rahul Gandhi has consistently, steadfastly followed only one policy. He speaks from his heart, he speaks what he feels is correct, and he speaks the language of the common man and the youth,
But he
and
seems to be
espouses
speaking
the
from his heart
aspirations
more and
of the
more.
common man.
Mr.
And
Surjewala,
that is
I'm
exactly
sure
what he did today.
he's obviously had a very difficult family history, and I think we all understand that. But he seems to be speaking from his heart, as you say, more and more. You know, invoking his mother. Like I said in the last rally. Now on this, is this deliberate? Is that the question? Do you believe that as an election strategy, that is something that will work?
Anybody who reads it as an election strategy is either myopic or is prejudiced. Is it not true that the history of this country is also connected to assassination of two of its prime ministers? Is it not true that both Mrs. Indira Gandhi as also late Mr. Rajiv Gandhi stood for a united country? Maybe, as Tavleen Singh ji is pointing out, one was killed by the Tamil separatists and other by the Khalistanis. But the truth is that the bottom line behind both was division of this country, whether it is a division of ideology or
That's
whether
not
it
true.
is a
That's
division
wrong.
by those
No,
who
sorry,
want to
that's not
threaten
true.
the
That's
entire
not
fabric
true.
of this country, and that is what Mr. Rahul Gandhi
Rajiv
spoke
Gandhi
about.
was not killed because he was standing for the unity of India. In the case of Mrs. Gandhi, she was killed because of the...
Oh, madam.
No, 1 minute. No, neither of them was killed because they were standing for the unity of India. And you know, I mean, since you've actually targeted me and said I'm anti the Gandhi family, I'm not. I'm a political commentator. I have to comment on the Gandhi family. They've ruled us for 53 out of 66 years. Who am I to talk about? Amitabh Bachchan, Shah Rukh Khan? I've got to comment on the Gandhi family, and I have a right to. So, you know, there's no point in labeling me and saying that, you know, my
enough,
views...
madam,
No,
and I
1 minute,
respect
1 minute.
that.
And there's no point in pretending that either Mrs. Gandhi or Rajiv Gandhi was killed because they were standing for the unity of India.
Let me take this to Shahid Siddiqui though. Shahid Siddiqui, what did you make of Rahul's speech? Do you believe that this is a strategy? Do you believe he was really just bearing his heart and sharing his pain, or he was getting emotional? What do you think? And do you believe that people will connect with that message at all?
No, Rahul is making an effort to connect with the people. He is trying to be more aggressive. He is trying to talk on ideological issues in his own way. I mean, he has his own personalized style of saying things. We may agree with him, we may disagree with him, but he is making an effort, and I think he is also getting a bit desperate because of the way Narendra Modi is being projected by the media, the way things are now moving and developing, the way Congress is being pushed into a corner because of the economic crisis, because of the rising prices. He is facing all these issues. I mean, if things were going well for Congress, then everything Rahul would have said would have been applauded. But since the things are not going well for the UPA and Congress, anything he says is questioned, and the poor man has to face the, you know, criticism of everyone, including the media and the politicians.